Good Friday evening, everybody. I know it's late in wherever you may live on the East Coast, Central Time Zone, or what have you. This is Ernest Bethea, the Last Outlaw, and I'm ticked off. I'm here doing a live rant on a Friday night, and I'm ticked off. Why? Because apparently somebody in the true crime community on one of the biggest cases we've had in quite some time decides they're going to go off and say that that the person we've been covered for the last, let's see, 13 years, almost 13 years, is dead. And the biggest part about that is they don't have a shred of evidence to back it up. So, welcome to my special edition of Bethea's Byte Reloaded. Tonight, it's the one thing I can't stand edition. And if there's one thing I can't stand, is somebody making assumptions about a true crime case without any receipts. That's right, I said it just like that. I want receipts. You're going to make this, you're gonna make the bold claim that Kyron Horman is dead. I'm gonna ask a few questions for you. This is how I want my receipts done. Do you have any reports from Portland Police, Multnomah County Sheriff's Office, or even the FBI stating that Kyron Horman is dead? Before you jump up to answer with your but, let me answer that for you. The answer is no. Second question. Did you get your information from any of the following sources? First source, KATU TV, K2 on your side. Answer, no. Second source, KOIN TV, Coin 6 News, watching out for you. Answer, no. Source number 3, KGW Channel 8, KGW, where the news comes first. Answer, no. Fourth source, KPTV, Fox 12. Answer, no. Fifth and final source, News Nation. Answer, no. Next question. Was there a news conference stating that Kyron Horman is dead by any member of the Portland Police Department, the Multnomah County Sheriff's Department, or the FBI? Answer, no. So, now that I got all that straight, you didn't get a report from Portland from the Portland Police Bureau. You didn't get a report from the Multnomah County Sheriff's Department. You didn't get a report from the FBI. There was no news conference. You didn't get it from K2, Coin 6, KGW, or Fox 12. But you had enough gumption to say Kyron Horman is dead. I want my receipts. I want every last receipt to back your claims up. You don't have none? Oh, that's just too dang bad. Let's set the record straight. There's factual evidence, and then there's hearsay. What you did was a heck of a lot of hearsay. What you did was totally unfathomable. What you've done, what you just did hinders justice. What you did is not helping anybody. You're not helping the FBI. You're not helping the Multnomah County Sheriff's Department. You're not helping the Portland Police Bureau. You are certainly not helping the Horman family. But I know who you are helping. You're helping yourselves. Why? It's simple. It's all about the clicks. It's all about the views. And for some of you, it's all about the money, isn't it? The money. It's all of y'all that make me sick. I came and I joined the true crime community for one reason and one reason only. No, actually two reasons, but it boils in one. And that's to get justice for the victims, and that's to bring the missing home. Anything less than that, I don't want a part of. Which means you clowns, all about the clicks and the views and the money, you're not down with me. And until I get word otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, within the sound of my voice, or watching this special podcast, I'm gonna go ahead and debunk this right now. Until we hear otherwise from the Federal Bureau of Investigation, until we hear otherwise from the Multnomah County Sheriff's Department, until we hear otherwise from the Portland Police Bureau, I'm here to tell you that Kyron Horman is still out there. I'm here to tell you that Kyron Horman is still alive, and Kyron Horman needs you to help bring him home safe. No ifs, ands, or buts. So I'm saying this right now from the bottom of my heart, as I always do. If you see something, don't hesitate. Get in contact with your local law enforcement. Give them the information. But whatever you do, if you see something, say something. Pay zero attention to all the hearsay, because that's all it is. Hearsay. Those people have no receipts. Those people have no evidence. All they got is a mouth and a platform to run it. But all they're doing is hindering justice. They're not helping anybody. And that's what I've been talking about over the last several days. And I will talk about it again this Sunday. Justice needs a voice. Justice does not need any hearsay BS. If you're not in this for all the right reasons, Do yourself a favor. Get out. Change your platform. That way, if you want to clickbait, you can clickbait all you want to. You don't have any evidence that Kyron Horman or any other missing person for that matter is dead. And if you're not willing to wait to hear from local police, local sheriff's department, or the FBI, do yourself a favor and take Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's advice. Your role, know it. Your mouth, shut it. We don't need you hindering justice. We don't need you setting the case back further because, oh, I'm gonna open my mouth and let everybody know Kyron Horman's dead without any proof. Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll just let them know that, not have any evidence, but if I say this, I'll have more views. I'll have more clicks on my channel. You make me sick to my stomach. And it's you guys, it's some of you guys that follows this pattern I want nothing to do with. If anybody wants to know, once again, what Bethea's Byte Reloaded is all about, you can find my mission statement on YouTube. Everything I say is what I stand for. I don't shortcut. I don't leave. I don't do anything to take advantage of the victims and their families. My slogan is crystal clear to the letter. Your home for news, opinions, debates, your voice, and justice served is Bethea's Byte Reloaded. And you know what? I'm willing to go as far as to share that slogan with a few of my other accomplices. That's right, I said it. So who am I making reference to? I'm making reference to checking convictions. I make reference to Arctic Fox True Crime. I make reference to Red Bull and Coffee, Avery Shannon, Kids True Crime, and any others who is here for all the right reasons. We're not about the hearsay. If we don't have the evidence, we're not going to announce it. If we didn't get the word from local law enforcement, we're not going to announce it. If it hasn't hit the local media, we're not going to announce it. That's the difference between the real true crime community and the clickbaiters looking for a grift. And it's those grifters that hits me right in the heart.
Hey, that's not why I'm on social media, to help people.
even my wife, Lady Outlaw. If she wasn't doing her business, I can actually slap my slogan onto her too. She's not about the hearsay BS either, and I commend her for that. Normally, she will bring some kind of news to me in the same vein as missing persons or whatever. Now, the first thing I ask her is, "Where'd you get the information from?" If it ain't any of the places I've mentioned, and this is just local, she knows I don't want to hear it. She knows that I don't feed into the BS. Hearsay. Hearsay doesn't sit well with me. Hearsay will never sit well with me.
Crystal doesn't listen to the news because Crystal can't handle it. Listen to the news because Crystal can't handle it.
Bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a part of the true crime community and you're gonna bring misinformation and disinformation that harms an investigation into somebody missing, I don't want a part of you. Period. If you're not about seeking justice for the victims, if you're not about seeking the missing, bringing them home safe, but you want to carry on with your mission of bringing misinformation and disinformation, go elsewhere. Or let me do this way. And I'm going to use one of my favorite Beyonce quote. If you're not down with doing the right thing in the real crime community, to the left. Oh Lord, I'm not even. That's what I thought I was done. Just when I thought I was done, here comes my good friend and fellow accomplice in true crime, real crime. Red Bull Crime and Coffee is on her way in, and you think I'm sounding off? Just you wait. Red Bull, how you doing? There we go. Red Bull, can you hear me? Nope. And she just went out. Well, she was just on. Now she's gone off. She'll probably try to find her way back on, or hit me in the chat. I'll say again. Until you have receipts to back your claims on anything, any case, I don't want to hear from you. I'll report it, and that's as far as I'll go. I'll make no assumptions. Sure, I'll have my opinion. Hey, how you doing? All right, she's popped in twice. She's got knocked off twice. I really don't know what to tell you. Hey, I hope she comes back. Oh, she just told me hold on. Okay. She doesn't know why it's not working.
There's nothing on your end.
I hope it's not on my end. I mean, I'm trying to cool myself off right now before I get off here. But I really hope you guys know that I take what we do seriously. I do. In fact, this is me. When a perpetrator of a crime gets arrested and charged, I celebrate that. When a perpetrator goes to court and is found guilty on the charges he or she is charged with, I celebrate that because I know the families is getting justice, the justice they're due. When a missing person, whether they're a small child, adult, or elderly, is found safe, I celebrate that. In fact, I pray for that. With every missing person's case that comes across my way, I pray for that. And as far as doing the clickbait bit, I don't do that. I would love to make some kind of money just to keep this going, but not at the expense of the victims, not at the expense of their families, not at the expense of their friends or loved ones. That's the huge difference between me and the rest of you clowns. I can't stress that enough. And that is why I came on this live edition of Bethea's Byte Reloaded. And that's why I came on here hotter than the hottest pepper known to mankind. Let's see. Red Bull, can you hear me? Can you hear me? While Red Bull's trying to get herself where she and I can speak and put more of these clowns on blast. I'm saying again, that's exactly what I call y'all. All y'all who's down to play clickbait and just hinder investigation after investigation after investigation. There could have been a lead for Kyron Horman. There could have been a lead for Kyron Horman. And instead of we find out what that lead is leading up to. No. You rather okay, let's see. Arctic Fox True Crime is in the house. I'm gonna put up a link. See if I can get him in. Cause yeah. If there's anybody that's about as ticked off as I am, you can bet it's Arctic Fox True Crime, because I told you. I said it on somebody else's live stream. This man's specialty is missing persons. So if anybody is going to be ticked off about that so-called announcement with no receipt attached to it, I mean, you guys, you clowns are ticking me off in the worst way. And if you think I'm ticked off, let's hear from the Fox. What's up, man?
I'm just catching this midstream, so fill me in on what I'm supposed to be pissed off about.
Well, I got word from Red Bull and Coffee earlier that some clowns are doing the whole clickbait thing, saying that, you ready for this?
Oh yeah, that Kyron's dead, blah blah blah. They've been saying it for a long time. There's no receipts to show that. And as I've said numerous times on my channel, we don't know that he's dead. We don't know that he's alive, but I'd much rather keep hope that he's alive than be out there like his biological mother searching for a dead body.
Right. And that, as I've said many, many times over, is what grinds my gears. If it's one thing I can't stand, is those assumptions with zero receipts behind it.
Well, now here's some receipts, though, because Alexi and I were actually on her channel earlier, and we had Mr. Harry Oakes over on her channel. And he says that at one point, when the dogs went out to Kane's house, when they were allowed to go out there, they did hit at Kane's house. And then Kane said that he was not going to allow the dogs back out there, and soon thereafter put no trespassing signs all around his property.
Now this has just gotten a little interesting. And when I say interesting, I don't mean interesting, ha-ha, funny, ha-ha, peculiar. I'm talking about it's another one of those things that make you go, And Red Bull's chiming into the chat saying, but it was Kane that didn't want them to search.
That's correct. And if Byte, have you been to Web Sleuths and looked at all the sightings of Kyron since he went missing? Because there was one shortly after Kyron went missing at a grocery store where he allegedly was spotted with Kane.
Wow. I really have to check that out. Wish we could go on Streamlab. If I still had Streamlab, I'd do it, but I can't afford Streamlab. I'm sorry, Red Bull, but I can't afford it.
Which that was information that I had not known until Harry decided to let us in on that during the live stream today. I had known about the possible sighting at the grocery store, but I had no idea that Kane had put no trespassing signs up all in his yard and told Harry Oakes that he didn't want the dogs to come back out. And yeah, so
that's wild. That is wild. Wild. And I'm going on record as saying this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. You hear everything that's being said here? That's called, as they say in court, that's called factual evidence. That's not hearsay. That's factual evidence. If you ever hear the words out on the street, I want receipts, that's what they mean. They don't want to hear no hearsay BS. And here in the real crime community, we don't want any hearsay BS. If you don't have the receipts, we don't want it. If you're about the clickbait, go somewhere else with that. Like Beyonce said, to the left. All that clickbait, take it to the left.
Now here's the thing, and I wish Lexi was able to get up on panel because I
wish she was too.
She had told me that Kane has a brother that allegedly had been in trouble for improper behavior with a juvenile.
Wait. Run that back again.
Kane has a brother that had been in trouble because of improper behavior with a juvenile.
And
I'm not talking about just keeping them out later than they should have.
And as everybody can see on the screen, Red Bull says, yes, we have records. So, normally I don't assume about cases like this, but I'm going to take a wild shot in the dark here. Could it be possible? Could it be possible that Kane Horman's brother had a hand in Kyron's disappearance?
That is certainly something that I've thought about. Also thought about Kane ever since Harry was on panel today and said what he said. And I really hate to think that, because Kane did start the Kyron Horman Foundation, and that foundation has done a whole lot of good. But I do find it suspect whenever anyone tells someone trying to find their missing child that they don't want their help, and then proceeds to put no trespassing signs up all around their yard.
This is interesting. Let's see. I'm getting this out of order. Hang on. Let me go back. Came to jail. No. Hold on. Let me slow this down. Start here. He went to jail 2 weeks after Kyron disappeared. And Kane had family out overseas. And he said they're looking overseas.
The thing that bothers me is that if indeed Harry's dogs hit, now we don't know that it was Kyron that they were hitting on, but if it was, that's an indicator that he's no longer with us.
Oh, I wish you could trust me, Red Bull. I wish you could jump on too. Oh, I'm gonna throw it. I'm putting this link down again. I don't know if I'm wasting my time, but still. I mean, I'm hoping against hope that he's still alive.
I am too. I am hoping that my theory about trafficking is correct, because I really don't want any of the family to be involved in his disappearance. But I'm not going to turn a blind eye when you have possible sightings of a child with his father, and then there's the suspect behavior. So.
I mean, I don't even know what else to think right now. But
because I've been doing this for a while, and I can read people pretty good. I can read behavior pretty good.
Yep.
And that's pretty suspect behavior.
I am so sorry, Red Bull. I mean, I don't know what else to do from here.
Lexi, if you can get on your hubby's tablet, try coming up from your man's computer if you can. I don't know why it's not working for you. I'm using it on my phone and it's working. I did have problems the first time though with an echo the first time he started using Melon, and but it's been working ever since.
She says she's on her computer right now.
Well, shit, try from your tablet then.
Yeah.
Damn, my cats are driving my allergies nuts again.
Oh boy, I was not planning on going on until Sunday, and surprisingly enough, take a while. Guess what the topic is?
Mm. Well, if I were going to do a live tonight, my topic would be the infant that was killed out in Massachusetts by the woman that had previously already killed her two other children.
Don't tell me. Let me guess. DCFS
No, no,
or
no, no, no. This was a woman. This is a postpartum depression issue. The two children had already been pronounced dead. The little baby had been taken to the hospital and out at Boston's Children's Hospital, and he didn't make it. He was pronounced dead today, this morning.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I think I did see that and wasn't didn't even catch the entire video because well, I was working. Um but that is sad. That is sad, 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 and still whether it's DCFS, CPS, whatever the organization is or not, we still have to do something to fight for our children. That's
This is a
happening.
prime example of the mental health crisis in this country, and this woman worked at a hospital. So there was no excuse why she shouldn't have been able to get the mental help that she needed. And quite frankly, I don't give a flying fuck if it was due to postpartum depression and mental health issues, because there's plenty of people out there that suffer from mental health issues every day and don't go around killing their fucking kids.
Agreed. I totally agree. And it's just I swear, man, it's if it's not, if it ain't one thing, it's two. Oh, when it comes to fighting for your kid, for the kids, they're doing everything but,
Well, she's already facing murder charges for the two, and I anticipate they're going to upgrade the charge to include the young child. Um, but it's a sad situation no matter how you look at it. And this poor, her husband, he's lost all three of his children. He's going to lose his wife. The wife tried to jump out of a window of the house and kill herself, but,
Oh my
that didn't
god.
work. So,
Oh my god. This is the thing you deal with in the true crime community, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't have the stomach for it, this ain't for you. Period. If you don't, not just the stomach, but the heart as well. If you don't have either or, this ain't the place for you.
yeah, it took me, I can't count the number of tries it took me to get through that video that I put out on that case earlier today. And when you listen to the video, you can tell that I was fighting to get through it. I was so upset.
Like the song says, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. And Sunday, I'm part of the discussion I want to have is fighting for our children. Like I just said now, whether DCFS or CPS or whatever organization is involved or not, there needs to be more done for our children.
There absolutely does. And the biggest step we can make, in my opinion, is to stop stamping everyone over the age of 12 that goes missing as a fucking runaway.
That, oh my God, you have no idea how much I agree with that one. Every time I hear that word, it's like, okay, come on, really? How many runaways are we dealing with here? And that's even with those who are not runaways.
I covered a story earlier this week. Twin 15-year-old girls went missing.
Right.
Their mother waited 3 days before she ever bothered to report them missing. And she said the reason that she waited is that they're habitual runaways. So she's like, oh, well, whatever. They'll be back when they're going to come back. And she waited 3 days before she ever bothered to report them missing. And she's acting all nonchalant. As far as I know, the girls still haven't been found. And I find it again, it goes to behavior. I find it suspect anytime, whether they've ran away previously or not, you wait 3 days to report your child missing. And if they have been habitual runaways, maybe we need to talk and find out why these children are continually running away from the environment that you have set up for them.
And my wife just reiterated a point you always make. The first 24 to 48 hours is the most crucial time to locate someone missing.
Which, we still have law enforcement agencies telling parents they have to wait 48 hours to report their child missing, which, by the way, is against the law for them to do, but they're doing it. So,
and I'm already ticked off. Let me add a little something extra just to bring my memory back to what we're talking about here. The most hated woman in America waited a full 30 days to report her child missing, only to come find out later her child is dead.
well, and we're working on another case like that within the community right now. There's a little girl named Madalena Kojikari, whose mother and stepfather waited 3 weeks to report her missing. And the only reason why she was reported missing at that time is because a truancy officer had knocked on their door asking why the fuck this child wasn't in school.
It's hard. It's heartbreaking. It's frustrating.
And I apologize for my language, but I ain't got no damn filter, so.
You wouldn't be who you are if you had one, especially in this community. I'm sending Red Bull and Coffee my permalink, see if she can get in that way. It is what.
Oh my
God.
Hold on a
second.
second.
Go ahead. It is such a frustrating thing, ladies and gentlemen. When I say we got to do more to fight for our children, I don't mean just us talking about it. There's a lot of there's some kind of action that must be taken. If we don't, who? Our pastor always said, whoever gets to our children first wins. And right now, it could be anybody at this point. Anybody. And to make things worse, again, as I explained, misinformation, disinformation, that's the kind of thing that keeps
I'm back.
misinformation, disinformation, ladies and gentlemen, that's the kind of thing that just keeps us going backwards when it comes to fighting for our children.
I cannot hear you, Byte.
I was talking about how a lot more needs to be done, and misinformation, disinformation is setting us back instead of us moving forward to bringing our kids home. And I just lost Arctic Fox. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I've waited all day after finding this out. Okay, Fox is back. That's good. Good. I wanted to get Red Bull Crime and Coffee on so bad, but she can't. Apparently she doesn't know what's going on. She's trying to get on as much as possible. Well, I'm throwing a link out every chance to try to get her on.
Well, you do get so much time per month for free on StreamYard, so you can use that when you've got it available to you and just use this as your backup.
From the way it stands right now, like I would probably be only on their free service, and I can only get about how many people on panel?
I've had up to 5 on my panel before.
On free?
Yes.
Maybe I can go that route. Now that I'm thinking about it, when I have one of those moments of, if there's one thing I can't stand, I can actually use this one for those. But right now, all I can think of is, right now the only thing on my mind is, let's find Kyron Horman. Let's find Madalena. Let's find all those missing children. Let's find all these missing adults. Let's find all of them and bring them home safe. Give us something to celebrate instead of me having to come here with another round of, if there's one thing I can't stand,
I agree. It's like I said earlier when I was covering that case out in Massachusetts with the 3 dead babies. I was like, I hate coming on here. I hate that I have to come on here and tell the tale of another dead child. There's plenty of mental health resources out there. All you got to do is dial 988. There's websites you can go to where they've got counselors that you can talk to. But no, instead, let's kill our babies.
Hang on, Fox. I want to send another shout out to those same clowns about misinformation. This is courtesy of Red Bull. She says, I'm quoting, "It's not okay to go around saying he's dead, and it's facts. Did you see the latest messages?" She says, Desiree, he isn't here as well. I mean, I just couldn't. Trust me. Trust me when I say I know how you feel.
Here's the deal, though, Lexi. And this is why I got angry earlier. is I understand you're upset. I understand that it's wrong. But when you go and you make a community post like that, and you know that that idiot Faye is in your is watching everything you do, it's only going to provoke her. And it only stirs the shit pot, and it makes you look like you're trying to provoke something. Let it roll off your back, as I've said 500 times now. Put your truth out there, but don't try to provoke others.
You ever heard the term? You ever heard the term "crazy like a fox"? Well, those people who are crazy like a fox are actually smart, or smart as a fox too. So I'm giving you Tom all the credit in the world just for telling her that. Let's see. It was a video, and she's showing the messages. She erased all her stuff. She probably did it to cover her tracks.
Because here's how I look at things, and trust me, if anyone has creators that they want to call out on a daily basis, it's fucking me. But
and you have done it.
I made an exception for Darkness Exposed because that bitch needed to be exposed. But I don't make a habit of it. I don't like drama, and my channel's not about drama.
Right.
It doesn't matter if it was her you're calling out. Never mind. You do not get the point that I'm trying to make. But it is what it is. And yes, Faye is a whack job who has less than 200 subs, which is why you shouldn't even let her get to you.
I get that, Lexi, but Tom is right. I mean, if we're gonna let every Jack, Jane, and Jabroni get us all worked up because they spread all this misinformation, disinformation just to stir the pot.
I'll put it this way. If I wanted to come on my channel and call out creators for putting out misinformation, I'd never have time to put a missing child's face out there because I would spend every waking second of my life calling out Bullhorn Betty and Molly Golightly.
Same goes with me. If I spent all that time calling out creators for on their BS like I'm doing tonight, I wouldn't be able to report the news to get everybody's perspective on it. And that's why I did the video with my mission statement, breaking down my slogan piece by piece. And I believe the saying today goes, that's a hill I'm willing to die on.
And don't get me wrong, Lexi, I understand where you're coming from because I hate people putting out misinformation as much as anyone. It really fucks cases up. It hurts the integrity of cases, and it doesn't do anything to try to find these missing people. And whether that be on Facebook or YouTube or wherever it may be, it's wrong. Just like in Lucian's case, that group fucking excoriated those parents. And then, lo and behold, the parents had nothing to do with Lucian's disappearance. But do you think a single one in that Facebook group made an apology to those parents? No fucking way they did.
Stacy isn't a creator. She's just obsessed with Desiree and should go to jail for making up stuff. Okay. Okay, so let that be on Stacy. You're getting yourself all worked up about it. I let off a rant, and that's what this live was really supposed to have been, a rant. But now that I got you guys on here in one form or another, I can calm down. I can actually relax. I can have a conversation with you guys over everything that is going on. I can get information and we can put it out to everybody within earshot of our voices or eye shot of our texts.
Yeah, I mean that is the best way to counteract these idiots that are putting out false information is to put the correct information out.
That's it.
Or do what I do. I don't call them out by name because that just sends people to their channel to watch the drama and shit, or to their Facebook group or whatever. I'll be like, well, unlike a certain creator that wants to put out a bunch of bogus information, I'm going to come up here and give you the straight goddamn facts.
That's it. That's all we want. In fact, I said earlier in the rant before either of you guys came on, I'm willing to stick you guys with my slogan. So I'm basically saying this: if there's two people you want to get in touch with, and you want to find out all you need to find out as far as missing persons goes, your home for news, opinions, debates, your voice, and justice served is Arctic Fox True Crime. Your home for news, opinions, debates, your voice, and justice served is Red Bull True Crime and Coffee. Hey, like I said, a hill I'm willing to die on. Anybody ready to join me?
Well, I ain't going nowhere anytime soon. I can tell you that right now.
That's the point. That's the point.
I've had people be upset because I cuss on my channel. Mm-hmm. And unlike other people that would get all butthurt over that, I'll be like, well, you click the subscribe button. You know how to click unsubscribe because I ain't changing for you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Here's the deal. I wouldn't cuss if I didn't have the passion for these kids that I do. But these cases upset me.
That's the point. That's the point. We're passionate about this. If we wasn't, we wouldn't be doing this in the first place. And Red Bull says she's not that good. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. You just like the truth. You both are. I'm the newbie around here. Don't let those 152 subscribers fool you. I'm the newbie.
Well, you're not the newbie. You've been around for a good bit. You need to start putting more content out so your channel can grow.
Oh, I plan on it. I plan on it.
But you're doing good things. And the more content you put out, the more subscribers you get, the more views you'll get, and the better into the algorithm you'll get, and it'll help to grow your channel.
Like, trust me, I'm working on it. If I'm not at work, I will be working at this, guaranteed. And I'm so good. All right,
this
Ernest.
is supposed to be a little part-time hobby, putting out occasional videos on missing kids, and somehow it has turned into a full-time job.
And you're being paid how much?
Not a damn thing, but that's
exactly
okay.
My point. Exactly my point. It's not about the money for us. It's not about the clicks and the views. The only worry about the views is getting this information out there.
Exactly. And that's the other thing. I always tell people to like the video because it helps the algorithm. It's not that I'm concerned about my view count or anything like that, but I am concerned about people seeing these faces. And the only way they're going to see the faces is if that algorithm gets boosted and people start sharing the video out. So.
You know what? I'm gonna have to take a cue from you. I'm gonna redo my closing so I can get everybody. Oh yeah, please like the video, share, subscribe to all that, and all that.
I mean,
Let
I
let
close them all out the same way. Please give the video a like. It does help more people to see the video, and the more people that see the video, the better the chances are we can bring this person home safe.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's exactly what I need to do. So that way, more people get the information that I get, and if needed, if needed, I'll come back and update. That information.
And I try to update. I don't always put a new video out as an update, but I will at least go into the description box of the videos that I've put out and put the updates there. But with the caseload that I work, it's impossible to put update videos out on every single one of them.
So true. So true.
Like the case I was working this morning, that case evolved so much throughout the day. It was missing boater out in South Carolina. He had gone missing. The boat had started taking on water. The distress call came in at 4:56 last night, and crews were searching all throughout the day. Initially, we didn't even know the guy's name. Then we got the guy's name. Then we found out that he wasn't alone on the boat. There had been another person on the boat with him that actually made the distress call, but he had been recovered. And then, unfortunately, I got word a few hours ago that they had found the body, that he didn't survive, unfortunately. So.
Mm-hmm. This one's for you, brother. Brother, are you sick?
I'm not sick. My allergies are kicking my ass tonight.
Mm. I think I know how you feel, because I told my wife a few days ago when she gave me a Benadryl pill. I just told her, just wait till you hear me go achoo, 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 and then sound like a zombie afterwards.
I take Benadryl at night if I don't care about being knocked out, but if I try to take that shit during the day, I ain't functioning. And it's weird too, because I'm on so much other medication. You would think that Benadryl would be nothing to me, but Benadryl is like, you might as well have given me Rohypnol if you give me a Benadryl.
Kryptonite to Superman. Only thing is that's more like short-term exposure to it. Yeah. Okay, since I got you, like, really? It doesn't do anything to me. If you take it at the wrong time, it will probably affect you.
I do have a funny story about medication, though. When I was managing the car dealership, one of my salesmen pissed me off real bad one day.
Uh-oh.
And he always got these bad migraines at work. He took that Aleve all the time. So, the other salesman took the other type of little blue pill. So I switched their medications.
Oh, no, you didn't. Oh my God. Oh, I already saw where that was going. No, you didn't. No. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I wish those emojis had came up. And yes, Lexi's, yep, she gone. Oh
Well,
my
the one
goodness.
salesman that got the Viagra was supposed to meet with the general manager to do a meeting with him about some new sales proposals and stuff. And so let's just say that he rose to the occasion.
Oh my God. Now, and Red Bull's asking the same thing I want to know. Did they find out it was you?
Well, no, I'm not stupid enough to get.
Ah, there you go. There you go. There you go. If you're gonna do something on the low, be slick about it. A good prank, you have to be real slick about it. I admit. Man, I mean, you got to be slick. You got to be slicker than Eddie Guerrero, lie, cheat, and steal. God bless his soul. Oh boy.
I mean, it could have been worse. My pranks have been much worse than that. That was benign. No one got hurt. Whereas
Right.
my cousin, when they pissed me off, I decided that I was going to switch out their shampoo with Nair. And
Mm. I think we all know what switch the shampoo with Nair. I think I know how that's gonna go. Instead of washing your hair, you'll be washing your scalp, literally. Uh, yeah, yeah. That's exactly the look. Uh-huh. That's exactly the look you'd have at first, and then this one. Skulls and crossbones. Oh my gosh, my gosh, my gosh. Well, now that I've cooled down a bit, Rant's been over for quite a while. I can actually just try to have a try to get a little casual. Guess what? In a little bit of celebrity news, not so much, but then again, you never know. I just found out earlier this evening that now I can now call them former GMA3 anchors TJ Holmes and Amy Robach are out.
okay,
Their their affair got too much attention. They were suspended from the show. Now they're no longer on GMA3.
well, if you want to talk about celebrity news, I would love to pick your mind and get your thoughts on Alec Baldwin being charged with manslaughter in relation to the Rush shooting.
All right, hold on. Let me answer Red Bull first. If you ever watch the afternoon shows on ABC, the afternoon version of Good Morning America, T.J. Holmes and Amy Robach were the initial anchors of the show, but apparently their flirtatious back and forth caused them to find out that they have been they've gotten together on a romantic level, but it's costing them both their jobs and their respective marriages. So there's that. So there's that. Fox, to answer your question, I really, 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 really don't know what to think because Alec Baldwin, I don't know, I really don't know. Alec Baldwin's supposed to be what? The director,
Well,
the
he
producer.
he he was an actor in the film. He got handed a gun that was supposed to have blanks in it, and it
Mm-hmm.
had live rounds in it. Now, I could see the prop guy getting charged with manslaughter for handing him the gun that wasn't loaded correctly. And honestly, I feel he's the one that should be charged because there's precedence for that. Years ago, when they had the horrible Twilight Zone helicopter accident, 3 actors were killed. The producer was charged with manslaughter, not the helicopter pilot. I think that charging Alec Baldwin with manslaughter sets a very bad precedent, and that honestly, if you want to avoid accidents like this from happening in the future, given all that is capable with CGI and stuff, you just remove real guns from the set altogether and do the effects and the guns and all that through CGI.
That's what somebody I did hear somebody make a suggestion of that sort, and I happen to agree with it. That eliminates that danger. Yet, if done right, it'll still give some kind of some semblance of realism in the movie they're making. And as far as now that you broke it down for me, as far as Alec Baldwin being charged with manslaughter, I really don't think he should. I really don't think he should be charged at all.
Yeah, because I mean, okay, I will say that before you point a gun at anyone, you should verify what's loaded in the gun. But that's why they hire these prop guys.
There you go.
And they are supposed to double check that before they hand it to the actors. So, I mean, and Alec Baldwin's been in the business for a long time,
Mm-hmm. His whole family had.
Yeah, you get comfortable. You expect that if a gun's handed to you, it's going to be loaded with blanks and not a live round. And the poor female that was shot, I forgot her name, but she had advised Alec to point the gun in that direction. She thought it was loaded with blanks. So, I mean, I don't know. I just have a big issue with him being charged with manslaughter when it really wasn't his fault.
Agreed. That I agree with. And I'm trying to pull that name up right now. Now the victim who else shot. Give me a second or two. Helena Hutchins. That's the name we're looking for. Helena Hutchins.
I mean, it was a terrible accident on the part of Alec Baldwin's. I mean, he had no idea that the gun was loaded with a live round. And I do believe that there had been issues with that particular prop guy in previous films as well. Yeah. It didn't end in a tragedy, but it did this time. And so I do not understand why he's not the one being charged.
That now that I'm thinking about it, this case is kind of similar to one from way back. How far back am I going? Remember The Crow?
Oh yeah, Brandon Lee. Yep.
Brandon Lee, son of the legendary Bruce Lee. Almost the same set of circumstances.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the thing that a lot of people will assume they knew better. Da, 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 da. Some people just don't check. And if it's not for nothing, you don't check this stuff out, you're not gonna you're gonna end up the same thing happening to Helena Hutchins. The same thing is gonna end up happening like Brandon Lee.
Well, I mean, and it begs the question, is it really worth it for entertainment purposes to have live weapons involved in the shootings that take place during the course of these films when it could just as easily be a prop gun that doesn't shoot any type of round and the effects be created through CGI?
Agreed. I mean, really, if they can't do that with if they can't do that with CGI, or I get it. They want to try to make it as real as possible, or without
We've
going
got
through CGI.
entire films that don't even have live actors. Every actor is a CGI creation. So you don't think you can make it realistic, a shooting through CGI? Do you think those lightsabers they're using in Star Wars are real? I mean,
Not in the least. Not in the least.
and
I
hell,
mean,
the original Star Wars movies took place in the 70s. And so
right?
they had the technology to do that shit even way back then, and it's come so much further now. I mean,
If you could do it back, if they could do that back then, who's to say you can't do that now? Uh, well, we're just gonna keep it. That's one celebrity case to keep an eye on, definitely.
I don't even know. Was anyone ever charged with the accident that killed Brandon Lee? I don't even remember if anyone was ever charged in that.
Well, as we talk, about it, Thea brings his shovel and begins and goes back digging for that information.
Britney Spears just needs to marry Kanye. I told you that'd be the perfect couple.
Oh Lord, no. We'll talk about Britney in just a second. Um, Brandon Lee killed by prop gun years before the Rush shooting death. Let's see. Wilmington, North Carolina. Actor Michael Massey fired the prop gun. He did not face any criminal charges, but his mother successfully sued the filmmakers for an undisclosed amount.
Well, and that's as it should be. They should have to pay for wrongful death because it was due to an accident that occurred on set.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, there's your precedent. The actor that fired the weapon was not charged with anything.
Mm. All right, so there's that part. Now we're going to talk about Brittany. The last I heard from her, she was asking people to respect her privacy for some unknown reason. And my good friend Arctic Fox here says that she should marry Kanye. They'd be the perfect couple. Why is that, sir?
Because crazy attracts crazy. They both need a padded cell.
Oh, okay. Fans called the police for her. And of course, cops went to her house. It was all crazy. But as far as I'm concerned, or some of her fans need to get their stuff right.
Well, I mean, in all seriousness, I think that someone needs to start looking out for Brittany before she becomes the next Aaron Carter, because Lord knows Aaron showed all kinds of signs of trouble. And instead of people reaching out and trying to get that young man the help that he needed, they just turned it into a shit show and egged it on. And now look where he's at.
And Red Bull just corrected me. She said she should have stayed under her dad's. She should have stayed under her dad's care, and she said that we are all crazy. And in some ways, you're right.
Yeah, but see, at least I live in Arkansas. In the South, we proud of our crazy folk. We sit them out on the rocking chair and let them drill in front of everybody.
So true, so true. I should know. I spent a good 10 years in North Carolina. I should know. There ain't one thing I tell you. It's sometimes 2 million.
But yeah, I mean, in all seriousness, I am worried about Brittany. I'm worried about Kanye too, because his behavior has been stupendously erratic. So yeah, they both need help. They both should be under a conservatorship, in my opinion.
As far as Kanye goes, I believe it goes back to something I like to call the Kardashian effect. What do you mean the Kardashian effect? What I mean is this. You get yourself hooked up with a Kardashian, your whole entire world changes, and not for the better.
Yeah, because Pete Davidson also kind of lost it when he got mixed up in that mess.
People's Exhibit A. People's Exhibit B. We just mentioned Kanye. People's Exhibit C. Tristan Thompson. He got with Chloe, right? Tristan Thompson has not been the same since.
I mean, if you really want to go all the way back to Exhibit A, that would have been O.J. Simpson.
Ooh. Oh my God, you are not kidding. Oh, Scott Disick. Scott Disick has not gotten over, as far as I know, Scott Disick has not gotten over Courtney at all. He may put up a front like he has, but I don't think he has. And that's the biggest rumor that's hit that family in God knows how long. Is she or is she ain't OJ's daughter?
Mm-hmm.
But still. Oh my gosh, I'm surprised we didn't say this. I'm so surprised we didn't say this. Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner, now Caitlyn Jenner.
Hey, you know,
proof again. If you get hooked up with a Kardashian, you're not the same afterwards.
Their attraction to plastic surgery makes sense because Bruce was a part of their lives for so long. If anyone's a prime example of what plastic surgery can do, it's Caitlyn. She went out and got all new bits and bobs.
Oh, oh my gosh. Too much, too much, too much. Uh, I swear to you guys, you want a train wreck? All you got to do is go all the way back to no, I take that back. I wouldn't wish that on my best friend or worst enemy, having to suffer through starting with episode 1 of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I'm sorry. I wouldn't want to do that to you guys. The train starts running, and it doesn't care who it hits. It's the cardinal rule is don't fall in love with a Kardashian.
Well, what my question is can we start a class action lawsuit as a country for all the brain cells we've no my god that we've collectively lost due to watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
You know what? I would definitely join in a class action lawsuit because I'm gonna admit this right here, ladies and gentlemen. I have watched a couple of episodes here and there. And each time and with each one I did, I thought it was gonna be something worth watching. I regretted it each time. I still regret it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the first time I accidentally landed on Honey Boo Boo. It was instant regret.
Uh-oh. Red Bull says she thinks she may have watched 3 episodes. Any regrets? Any regrets on that, Red Bull? She's never watched Honey Boo Boo.
It's kind of like watching a train wreck in slow motion. You know you shouldn't be watching it because you know there's people going to get hurt, but yet you can't pull yourself away from it.
That's a train wreck. That's the definition of a train wreck for sure. She stopped following. She couldn't take the voices. I can see. I mean, we can all see why. We can all see why.
There are certain voices that can certainly trigger people. I know that. That's fact.
And right now, and for some people, that trigger is set off by Kim, Courtney, and Chloe at times.
Oh yeah.
The only dosage I can take of Chloe is in the commercial where for the migraine medication. That's it. That's the smallest dose I can take. Anything further than that is too much. Too much. Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, I mean it's been a rough couple of weeks because there's been so many cases turn out so badly. And I did have to take a weekend off last weekend, and I don't know how much I'll be putting out tomorrow because I've got a lot of real life shit I have to take care of.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try and play catch up as far as news goes. I'm trying just to get content out there, and then I got Sunday.
What's your topic this Sunday?
Sunday, picking up from where we left off on misinformation, disinformation conversation, and fighting for our children.
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, you're hearing it first. Well, see, this is why first of all I want to say to everybody that's on right now, that's been watching. I appreciate you being on with me this late hour for my rant, the fight to get Red Bull True Crime and Coffee onto the panel with no success. Having Arctic Fox join in on the thing, so that's a plus. But still, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. You do not know how much this means to me. I haven't done a what grinds my gears / if there's one thing I can't stand since Bethea's Byte was all about politics. So me getting back into this was this was something that had to be said. So again, thank all of you. Arctic Fox, thank you. Lexi, Red Bull Crime and Coffee, thank you. I appreciate you all. Let's be back here. Let's try to be back here Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. We're talking about what again. I will try to get on with I'll try to get on with you live on tomorrow if I'm not tied up with the Royal Rumble by then. But either way, let's get back. Let's try to get back here same time as normal on Sundays, 6 in the East, 3 in the West, and let's keep the fight up for all the right reasons, right?
Absolutely.
All right. For Red Bull Crime and Coffee in the chat, for Arctic Fox, I am Ernest Bethea, the last outlaw, and in case you need that subtle reminder, this is Bethea's Byte Reloaded, your home for news, opinions, debates, your voice, and justice served. Please, if you liked or even agreed with everything that was said, please leave a like, share, subscribe, and let's keep all the faces of the missing out there. Let's keep an eye out for anything that helps investigators out. If you see something, say something. Until next time, thank you all so much. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Until then, you all know what to do. Bite this. Hey guys, this is the Last Outlaw. Thank you all for the love and support of Bethea's Byte Reloaded. I cannot stress enough how vital you are to this channel. This thing doesn't run without you. So from the bottom of my heart, I say thank you 1,000,000 times over. Bethea's Byte Reloaded is all over social media, so you have other ways to keep in contact with me in all things in the real crime community. I'm on Facebook at Bethea's Byte Reloaded TC. I'm on Twitter at EKB316. I'm here on YouTube at Bethea's Byte Reloaded. That's with and without the punctuation marks. I'm on Instagram at EB The Last Outlaw. My stories are also posted to TikTok at King of Hearts 316 2021. You can email me at kingofhearts316_09 at outlook.com. And you can hit me up on the message forum at www.betheasbyte.com. This is the home for news, opinions, debates, your voice, and justice served. This is Bethea's Byte. And it's reloaded. Reloaded.